Welcome everyone to yet another class and another exciting week where we gather here on YouTube to provide you with both practical and theoretical insights that will assist you on your journey to becoming a climatronic engineer. Learn how to make 10,000 reais a month by repairing electronic boards in the climate control segment. My name is Lau Anderson, climate control engineer. And today I'm bringing you the following subject: how to generate income by repairing electronic boards even without having prior experience. Even without prior experience, both myself, the company's skilled technicians, and my dedicated students who are currently repairing electronic boards in substantial quantities all began from the very beginning. It is crucial to emphasize and consistently mention this point, because when you're beginning from the very start, you question it. You think, oh, but I don't know what. You believe you're different from others. Or perhaps someone had certain advantages. Did I possess any advantages? Recently, I've been exchanging a few thoughts on Instagram. And saying that if you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. There's a lot of content there daily as well. Commenting on when the tables turned. When did that happen these days? When did people stop looking before we had to beg the guy to teach us how to repair the board? Today, I must persuade the gentleman who arrived. The context was that this individual came to inquire whether there truly exists a promising future in board repair, whether it is financially rewarding, and so forth. I said, my brother, how did this game change? Because when I started, I had to beg the guys to teach me. Work for the guys, work for free. In any case, aim for the heart in order to successfully manage to learn how to fix something, some kind-hearted soul who might be able to teach us. Today I have to convince the guys. So I was having this question, right? Anyway, closing this parenthesis, what do I mean? Everyone starts from scratch. Everyone begins without prior experience. One concept I enjoy contemplating, right? It's, what exactly is it? And then you will find yourself sitting there. You're embarking on this journey without any prior experience. You will sit down and analyze the market. You are entering the market. How are you going to enter something you have no idea about? Research the market. Study the market. Analyze the market. That's how I do it today to start a new business. That's how I do it today to open a new front in my company. Then you pause, thoroughly analyze, and you will significantly reduce your chances of making mistakes or minimize the potential errors. You will never eliminate them entirely, but you will certainly minimize them. Therefore, you take a moment to pause and conduct a comprehensive analysis of the market you are planning to enter or are currently entering, and you will carefully examine the potential differentiators that you will possess within the market. Listen up, alright? I'll start fixing the board, then I'll travel back in time. It was the year 2016. I had a desire to work with electronics because first and foremost, I genuinely liked it and I wanted to choose something that I truly enjoyed. I was just here analyzing a circuit board. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. So I genuinely liked it, and I actively sought something I truly enjoyed. I had a strong affection for it because I absolutely didn't want to work with something I didn't enjoy. But how did I truly know I liked it? I pursued studies, attended classes, and taught others about electronics, fully immersing myself in the field. There's no way to know if you like something or not. And if you don't, how do you know if something you eat is good or not when you taste it? How do you know if a smell is good or not? When you smell. How do you know if the touch is good or not? When you press something. You don't have to taste it, you have to test it. And that's what I did. And then I saw that I liked it, so I had no notion of the market at all. I will study the markets. I embarked on a journey to thoroughly study the climate control market and came to the realization that it was an exceptionally intriguing and fascinating market. Right? So I went to study the market. Who repairs the board? Pay attention, because I'm going to tell you my example, which is how I think, and it's how you should think to make money fixing boards even without experience. Because I didn't have experience when I started. Again, everyone starts without experience, and I will use myself as an example because I will explain my way of thinking to you. That way you will be able to model it for yourself. Okay? That's how I think I'll add more value to you in this lesson. And then I study the market. Study what about the market? Who works repairing boards in Fortaleza? I'm from Fortaleza in Ceará, Brazil, right? People from Venezuela are here. It's Fortaleza, Ceará, Brazil. The northeastern region of Brazil. Therefore, I proceeded to investigate who in my city was engaged in the task of repairing electronic circuit boards. Who in my city was involved in repairing electronic circuit boards? How did the guys work? You can visit the guy. You can do what we call a mystery shopper. Take a board there for the guy to repair and see how he works. see how he operates, see how he handles things, what his bottleneck is, talk to the guy's customers, see what the guy's customers complain about him. And predicated on that information, I established my initial business operation. And please pay close attention, because the more thoroughly you study the market, the more precise and accurate you will become. Today marks the final day of the month, and one of my operations here has successfully surpassed the revenue record. By operation, I am referring to one of the various business ventures we have established here. We actively engage in various operations and manage multiple business units within the organization known as Lautec. We repair boards, sell boards, and offer courses. Everything is well organized. One of the operations is the revenue record. This operation is the most recent one we have. And we made a decision. We thoroughly studied the market and resolved to accelerate our efforts within it based on the comprehensive analysis we conducted of the market. Clearly, at this point in time, I possess a greater depth of knowledge, a wealth of experience, and an enhanced ability to discern more intricate details and opportunities that were not apparent to me in the past. Because I studied much more. It's been 9 years studying the market, experiencing the market, talking to the market, understanding the dynamics of the market, right? But even with little experience in intuition and perception, you should analyze the market you are going to enter. Take your city, see who fixes signs. Is there anyone fixing signs? If not, model after someone who does. I'm here to help. I teach you all, follow my lead. My company is the largest nationwide. It functions at a highly professional level. Therefore, what I share with you is based on what I personally experience here. Okay? All right? So I went to analyze the market, and what did I find out? What did I hear from my client? What did I hear from the other guy's client? What was it exactly? Over there, he delivers the board in a bag. Oh, great, I can improve this part here. Over there, he takes a long time to deliver. Oh, I can improve this here. There, I have to leave it there, which is somewhere I don't know. Oh, I can improve this here. I looked at the market, and who was I in the market? A kid of 23 years old working in an apartment in a neighborhood here in Fortaleza, which was my grandmother's apartment. An apartment. The guy would come to pick up the board. It was from a small neighborhood. Amateur. I started as an amateur with zero credibility. And my youthful and boyish appearance granted me even less credibility during that particular period. So, my friend, I grasped it, I comprehended these market variables, and even without extensive experience, I provided the market with unique differentiators that aren't solely about board repair. Pay close attention, there's valuable insight in this. But where? I have little experience in board repair. The experience will come from the number of boards you will handle in your life. There's no way around it. You only get good at board repair by repairing boards. I'll give you several options in this class, okay? I'm starting my journey. I go pick up and bring differentials. I pick up and drop off the board a differential. I used to deliver the plate in bubble wrap and in a cardboard box. At the time, it wasn't even personalized, but I delivered this cardboard box. So cardboard box, bubble wrap, I would collect and deliver, and I tried to be as fast as possible. It wasn't fast, okay? It wasn't fast because it was just me alone. It started today. Now we deliver boards same day. Just yesterday, hey Luis, how's it going? Man, 14 boards arrived. Today all are analyzed and repaired. That's amazing. All right, okay then, that was in the afternoon, right? I noticed the guys were kind of idle here. They said it already arrived, left, and was analyzed, so I was slower. Therefore, I did not possess a significant advantage in terms of speed. Was I quicker than the others? Indeed I was, yet I was still slow, which was not the standard I aspired to maintain. But I collected and delivered. I had good customer service, helped the guys with everything, and cleared up their doubts. I really helped them a lot. So I had good customer service. I collected and delivered, packed the guy's board well, and tried to be as fast as possible. Therefore, these were differentiators compared to my competitor. To my competitor, I was nothing, nobody, just a guy repairing boards. But there were two guys here in my city, and I was the third. I started to promote myself, to tell people that I was doing repairs, and I began to get word of mouth because I delivered differentials that the market saw as value. And my own customers began discussing me with other individuals. That's how, even without extensive experience, I began earning income by repairing items just like this. Therefore, you can analyze this, observe your market in your city, identify who is doing it, how they are doing it, and focus on improving their weaknesses. When I achieved significant relevance and emerged as the leading figure in the market within my city, my competitor, who previously disregarded me, observed my progress and thought, I will need to model this individual because he has surpassed me. He surpassed me by doing this, so I'll need to watch him closely and improve my operation, or model him, basically copying his approach. Modeling is essentially that, imitating your style for business. For instance, one of my competitors initiated the production of cardboard boxes featuring his personalized label. That represents one of the potential opportunities. Because you will make money repairing boards even without experience. That's one of the possibilities. Another possibility, which at the time I wasn't clear about, okay? Today I am, but I can tell you. Several of my students do this. Examples include my students. I do it too, but it's mainly an example from them. I don't have experience with the trend, and I don't have the confidence to take on many boards for repair. I had that confidence at the beginning, okay? I was always clear that I knew more than your guy. Even knowing little, I know more than the guy. That always gave me comfort in dealing with my client. Always. It always comforted me with my client because I knew that in that talk, I knew more about electronics than him. From the start, but I learned a lot about electronics before fixing the board. You lack that background. Subsequently, you will encounter the apprehension of not yet knowing how to manage electronics. You might freeze. There wasn't that distinct clarity. What actions do my students take today? So, if you're not very confident in taking the board that the client gives you, receiving the client's recommendation, the client's pressure, what do? You buy defective machines, the machine is yours, you will repair it on your own time at your own pace without the client's pressure. When you repair it, you sell the fixed board. Or the machine with the working board. It's easier to buy faulty machines than the board itself. Therefore, it is considerably more straightforward to purchase a malfunctioning machine, and subsequently, with the malfunctioning machine in your possession, you proceed to repair it, and then you can resell it in the marketplace. Where? On OLX, on Facebook Marketplace. You buy there and sell there too, right? And then you will have a volume of boards. Start rotating them. What is the pricing for this? Repair, you buy a machine for 300, 400. Repair the board and sell it for 1,000 miles, 200. Understand? Depending on the machine. Some can be pricier if they're more powerful. Get it? The dynamics. What exactly is the 300 combo? It originates from 1-200. You will earn money by repairing boards even if you lack experience. Once more, that's the way you acquire experience. Experience is solely acquired through working at the bench. I am presently here, as I previously mentioned. I have the board right here on my workbench. I was just examining a circuit on the board. Examining a circuit of the board right here. Understanding the logic of how this particular board functions. Formulating an idea. And there is something here about it that I am comprehending. I have grasped one aspect, but not the other. It's a topic I've never tackled on the circuit board. Isn't it wild? That's electronics for you. It's something you don't need to learn to fix. It's a topic that for repair purposes I did not require to understand how this specific section of the board functions. I simply did not need to. Now it's not for repair, it's for a little project I'm working on here that will greatly assist Lautec, perhaps not just Lautec, but the market as well. So for this little project I need to study a part of the board that I've never studied before. Because for repairs, it's not necessary. Hey there, I don't possess much experience in this particular area. I'm currently in the process of gaining more experience. How am I acquiring experience? By dedicating numerous hours at the workbench. I am not sure how. Consequently, I am capable of providing you with access to the full extent of my gathered experience. Yet I am unable to directly impart my experience to you. Could you elucidate what you mean, Leandro? Within the Electronic Maintenance Academy, there are a total of 1,300 repairs. What is that over there? It is Lautec's comprehensive and extensive experience that is readily available for you. It is not transferred to you. It is available. You can access it. You go there, see that defect, and re-execute the defect. But you will only learn when you execute all the defects or most of them, or have hours of practice. What am I doing on this board? Right now, I'm using myself as an example because I'm doing this. You realize that to truly understand, when you want to advance in a field, there's no alternative but to dedicate many hours to it. Hours of that. Want to get good at board repair, want to gain experience, hours at the workbench, hours of board repair, hours of experience. Hours dedicated to this, but no, I lack experience and want to start. So I'm sharing insights here. The class is specifically designed for that purpose, okay? However, there are absolutely no shortcuts, folks. No shortcuts whatsoever. Well, actually, there is something. There is an accelerator, but it is not a shortcut. AME is an accelerator. Some people start and repair their first board in a day, and within a week they repair another. We have many examples like this, many examples. Dozens, not just one or two, but many. However, this is indeed an accelerator. Nevertheless, for an individual to become proficient at repairing, executing repairs swiftly and independently, it is essential for them to accumulate repair hours and spend time at the bench, all right? Again, the journey I mentioned involves gaining competitive advantages in the marketplace, whether by buying a circuit board or a machine, repairing, and then reselling that machine or board. Got it? Thus, it is feasible to create revenue even if you initially do not possess the essential experience. When you become a member of AME, you gain access to extensive theoretical understanding, hands-on training, and a broad range of electronic resources. You go there to learn board repair. To gain experience, you need boards to fix. I'll teach you how to take the board out for repair inside the weapon. I also teach you that, but you will have to put it into practice and get the boards to repair. And these are the two main ways. In order to be capable of acquiring the boards, you exclusively earn income in this board repair market by engaging in the repair of boards. You solely generate revenue from the repair of boards. Okay? It's the sole individual who generates income is the one who engages in the repair of boards, the one who repairs the board. Focus on the boards. Therefore, if I lacked experience, I would proceed with what I mentioned to you here. If I had known I could make money buying and selling machines and realized it earlier, which I didn't, no one taught me entrepreneurship. I mean, I acquired knowledge from numerous individuals, but it was quite a challenging journey. Let's express it in that manner. I don't have any entrepreneurs close in my family, but there were entrepreneurs, and when I looked, I thought, these uncles of mine live better because they have a business. So I thought, I'll start a business too. If I do, I'll live well like my uncles. It was based on observation, but they never said, son, start a business here or anything like that. And then I started trying testing. So when I started, I saw that and held on to it. And it's the way I like to look at the market, see what no one else is doing, and deliver what no one else does. And everyone, this is the rationale I persistently employ even today to furnish the market with competitive differentiators that elevate my company to a level that is unmatched by other enterprises. And then my thoughts continued to cycle in this pattern persistently, even when I began, even without any prior experience. If you can consistently be on the lookout for the unique differentiator, the distinctive advantage you can possess against the market in your city, not in comparison to Leonda, but specifically against the market in your own city. In your city, how does the market work today? Leonda is my city, there's no one. All right, then I'll model the operating model. It goes like this. Repair the board, it takes 20 days, you have to bring the whole machine, and I give you a plastic bag, it will work. Why? There is no comparison. But in your city, there's already a guy who repairs, he takes a month to deliver a board, he's annoying, he treats the customer poorly, he works in an amateur way. You can carefully observe everything he does incorrectly and do precisely the exact opposite. The market is there to be analyzed and modeled carefully. So it's pretty simple. Again, just 2 lines. Laura, I have confidence in my abilities and I'm not hesitant to present myself in the marketplace. Therefore, follow the approach I took. Laura, I'm somewhat hesitant. I don't want to get burned. I prefer to ease into things gradually. Follow the method I instructed my students to use today. Purchase the machine, repair it, and then resell it. Buy the machine, repair it, then sell it. What did I do before? I introduced competitive distinctions, never doubted my repair skills, never questioned myself, as I was confident I could repair it, even without being familiar with the boards. I consistently stated, I repair the board, come, and I'll take care of it. However, it wasn't due to possessing extensive knowledge. No, my friend, I'm referring to the time back in 2016 when I first began. I didn't believe I knew a great deal, no. I was sure that I didn't know much. However, I was also sure that I knew more than my client. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. In our market, whoever knows electronics knows more than most. Knowing a bit about electronics means knowing more than most. Okay, does that make sense to you? All right, we are in this together. Thank you very much. I'll see you next Tuesday.